I'm here today to do our Invisible Cities announcement for the month of, let's see, it's August 1st, October, no wait, October, August, September, October. So our October announcement, and we will be going to Greece and Afghanistan. Let me just double check that. I've been looking up books, so I hope that I'm right, but I'm always a little bit paranoid. Yes, Greece and Afghanistan. So I have some stuff, but it's all just so basic. So I did a little bit of searching for books specifically for Afghanistan because I do think that I want to read my basic Greece books. But I tried searching for things from Afghanistan and much more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So just really fast, the book that I own is A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. And I read The Kite Runner and I did really, really like it. I feel like I've heard that this one is not as good. And also, like, can we get some new authors from these countries? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just sick of there being like the one author from this country, the one author from that country that we read. It really drives me crazy. So I don't want to read this actually for Invisible Cities specifically. Obviously, I want to try to read it eventually, but I am going to be purchasing a couple of books because we need more voices, okay? One person does not represent a whole ding-dong country. So, but it was kind of difficult. I found two things that I'm interested in and one that I'm not really as interested in, but I will mention just really briefly. So the first one that I do really think that I want, the only bummer is that it just came out, so it's in hardcover, but you know what? Our monies are where our mouths are. So it's The Haunting of Haji Hotak and Other Stories by Jamil Jan Kochai. Kochai. And this is a short story collection, and just based on the cover, again, I assume there's gonna be a picture of the cover right here. My only complaint is that Jess Walter is blurbed on the description of the book. It's Jess Walter, who I have nothing against per se, but and I haven't read Beautiful Ruins, so I don't know, but I don't know. I'm just, you know me, grumpy. And then the other one that I think looks really interesting is Monster Child by Rahila Nayebzadeh. And this is by an Afghan American author, I believe. And I actually don't know if the previous author is from Afghanistan, or actually maybe Rahila, I think that she might be from Canada. You know, I did a very quick Google search, so I actually don't know enough about any of these things, but I will, when I talk about the books, when I read them, I will talk more about the authors, etc. I will say when I went on to bookshop.org, Monster Child is on back order, which makes no sense because it came out in May of 2021. But I went straight to the publisher's website, which is I guess it's Walsek and Wynn, but Buckrider Books is the imprint, and it looks like I can purchase it from the actual publisher. So I don't really know how that works or why that is that way, because if it's yeah, so anyways, but that's just me being nitpicky again. And then the last one that I'm not super into is Dancing in the Mosque, an Afghan mother's letter to her son. I don't know what it is that I have against these types of memoirs, but they just don't appeal to me. I feel like every time that I've read one, I have enjoyed it, but it's just not something that I gravitate towards. I think it's a little I don't know, voyeuristic and kind of weird. I do think it's important, obviously, for these stories to be shared, but there's so many memoirs of women specifically, I think, that are from, war-torn countries that have had to go through so much stuff. There's so many of them, and I don't know, again, I feel like if there weren't as many, I'd probably be where are these women's voices? I just think I like to complain, but it does feel just a little kind of to me. So I think because of that, I don't gravitate towards them. Not to say that it's it's probably really good. So that's why I'm mentioning it, just because it's another option. So if you are wondering what to read, and I might end up getting it, but I'm more into not crying and not being like upset. I mean, I know I like to cry, but you know what I mean. Okay, so my books from Greece, so boring. And the only one that's kind of exciting, I think, is The Cretan Runner, His Story of the German Occupation by George Psychondakis, translated by Patrick Lee Firmer. And this guy's 21-year-old shepherd. Battle of Crete began May 41. You know, he was a wartime runner, so account of the resistance, you know, blah, 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 courage, energy, good humor. This is a memoir after I just complained about. You know, we can't all be perfect, okay? I think I bought this for Indie Bookstore Day. Yeah, I got this from the Traveler in Washington on Bainbridge Island in 2017. So maybe this is the year. Maybe I'll finally read it. And then I have, you know, the Iliad and the Odyssey. I have 2 copies of the Odyssey. I haven't read either of them. This is the one that I purchased first. I think I probably got it at the same time as this. I assume I got these in 2015 when I went to Europe because I bought way too many books on that trip. Bless Jake's soul for for carrying those back. But anyway, so this is the Iliad translated by Anthony Verity, and then the Odyssey. And why is the translator not on here? Walter Schuring, and these are both Oxford University Press books. And so I was pleased. I had my copies of these 2 books. And then, you know, this happened. This is translated by Emily Wilson. So this is the first female, I don't know if it's the first time that a female has translated the Odyssey, but it's the first time that it's been published anyways. And so I was like, I need to get that in hardcover. I need to support the women. So yes, those are the books I obviously would love. I mean, I just think it would be a really interesting experiment to read both versions of the Odyssey, but like, do people have time for that? And by people, I mean me specifically. I don't think so, but it would be a cool experiment to like read them side by side to see. Yeah. I'm so excited. I do really, really, really want to read this. So yeah, that's it. If you're reading anything or if you've got any suggestions, if you've read something from an author from Greece or Afghanistan, let me know. Pop it in the comments below. If you've got any suggestions for movies, food, etc. I'll see you guys later.